औज़ बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अस्सलाम वालेकुम व्यूअर्स, मैं हूं मलिक ज़ाहिद ज़मान इटली से। और आज 5 फरवरी के हवाले से हमारे साथ एक मशहूर सिंगर मौजूद हैं, तुर्गय एवरन, तुर्किश गुलकार हैं। हम इनसे गुफ्तगू करेंगे कि पहले तो इनका पाकिस्तान से और कश्मीर के हवाले से काफ़ी मोहब्बत और प्यार है। इसी हवाले से इन्होंने इंग्लिश में 5 सॉन्ग जो हैं, 5 गाने जो हैं वो तरतीब दिए हैं, जो कि बहुत मशहूर भी हुए। तो आज हमारे साथ यहाँ पे इटली में मौजूद हैं तुर्की के एक मशहूर सिंगर तुर्गय एवरन। तो इनसे गुफ्तगू करेंगे और इनसे पूछेंगे कि इन्होंने जो ख़ास तौर पे कश्मीर पे जो सॉन्ग्स बनाए हैं, ये किस मोहब्बत के तहत बनाया, किस चाहत के तहत बनाए हैं। तो मिलते हैं आप और आपको भी मिलवाते हैं तुर्की के जो इस वक्त मौजूद हैं हमारे पास सिंगर मोहतरम तुर्गय इवान। वेलकम सर, हाउ आर यू?
I mean, first of all, I'm from Turkey. I was born actually in the eastern part of Turkey, but now I live in Istanbul. I want to make a correction. Actually, I'm not a singer, but I'm a songwriter and composer, but I'm also an author. So I have also written lots of books. So, and apart from that, I'm also a lecturer at university.
Oh, thank you for correction me. Sir, I want to ask some questions about the songs you wrote on the Kashmir. What are you thinking about the Kashmir, and why you write the songs, and which what names are the songs? Maybe you are collect the songs of 5 and much more. What do you say about it?
I mean, well, I can say, first of all, I started writing some rap songs almost 10 years ago. It was the purpose was to teach English. Then 6 years ago, I wrote one song about Syrian refugees because in Turkey there are many Syrian refugees. And the song became very popular. It has reached President Erdogan. So President Erdogan has also used the song in his program. And then he shared the song with some world leaders visiting Turkey. And after that, I kept writing songs. I wrote songs about Yemen. So I wrote songs, about Rohingya. Then I wrote songs about African mothers. And 2 years ago, Kashmir caught my attention because I always knew about Kashmir and I knew that there were great problems in Indian occupied Kashmir. But 2 years ago, when the special status of, Kashmir has been abolished and almost 1 million soldiers, Indian soldiers were sent to Indian occupied Kashmir, I knew that, some new massacres, some new dangers unfortunately, were waiting for Kashmiri people. And I felt, as a human being, as a brother from Turkey, I felt the responsibility to do something. And then I have written my first song, which became very, very popular. Kashmir is my name. The song has been performed by Della Miles. Della Miles used to work with Michael Jackson and Whitney Houston as a back vocalist. So she was an African American singer. So I offered her to sing the song, and she was a new Muslim, so she had converted into Islam, and she settled down in Turkey. And when she heard about the suffering of Kashmiri people, she didn't give only, her voice, but she lent her heart to the song. And that song really, became viral in the social media. It has reached millions of people. Then I worked with the famous singer Harika Kiani. So we made one song in 3 languages. We brought Harika Kiani with a Turkish singer, Ali Tolga, so Daimi Bahar, and that song also has reached many people. Then we made a song in Arabic. Again, this time we brought an Arabic singer and Pakistani singer, Natasha Baik, together. And then I Am Kashmir, the English song. And finally, I made a song on Sayyid Ali Jilani. So I can say totally, these songs have reached more than 10 million people in the world, and many people learn about Kashmir.
Sir, please tell us what is your heart-touching moments when you are writing these songs?
I mean, of course, when I write the songs, after the first song, I started getting a lot of messages, and the people started sharing these stories, you know, and then young people from Indian occupied Kashmir. I mean, when I learned that, you know, many people lost their brothers and sisters, and almost in every household, you know, one person has been unfortunately killed, one person lost, you know, his life for the freedom of Kashmir. And, you know, that time, of course, you feel more emotional, because before I wrote a song, and for me it was something abstract. But then when I started hearing all these stories, I see that, you know, the situation of Kashmir is worse than I imagined. And, you know, I kept writing because the people send me messages and they ask me to keep doing something for Kashmiri people.
Any sir, any country leadership appreciate your songs on Kashmir or not?
I mean, well, I can say almost all our songs were supported by President Arif Alvi in the social media. So Pakistani President Arif Alvi, you know, has shared the songs, and he praised our contribution. So I should acknowledge, you know, his support. And other than that, Imran Khan's Prime Minister Imran Khan's account has also tweeted about the song. And like 2 months ago, I visited Islamabad, and I came together with the president and prime minister of, you know, Azad Jammu and Kashmir. So they were also thankful to me for my contribution. I also came together with Shehryar Afridi, the you know, chairman of Kashmir committee in the parliament. So they were really you know, appreciative. And in Turkey, there are some MPs, they also heard about my work. But in general, you know, I got a lot of appreciation from Kashmiri people living in diaspora. So, you know, from Europe, from Middle East, from America. So I got a lot of messages from them.
Sir, please tell us what is the Turkish people generally thinking about the Kashmir and the Muslim countries, peoples just like Palestine and the other countries, Afghanistan. What you say? What is the emotions attaching with the people of these countries?
I mean, in Turkey, well, I can say Turkish people know about what's going on in Kashmir. Of course, they feel very sad. And usually in Turkey, conservative people, I can say, you know much more about Kashmir. Well, unfortunately, we've got another problem in Turkey. You know, just if you stop the people on the street and if you ask 100 people about Kashmir, maybe 90 of them would tell you they have never heard about Kashmir. So, you know, at that point, although Turkey and Pakistan are two friendly countries, so it means we make a mistake in informing even a brotherly country about Kashmir. So I can't say we fulfill our responsibility in the best way.
So, sir, your last comments. What you say about your how if you have any side of the any part of the Kashmir, what do you think? What you say the peoples about the weather, and what is your conditions when you go in the occupied Kashmir?
For me, last time when I went to Istanbul, I too busy with some programs, and I was eager to visit, Azad Kashmir, because, they say Kashmir is like paradise. Some people say it is similar to Switzerland in some ways. So I really wanted to visit, but I couldn't have the opportunity. And even that time, President Arif Alvi, he also wanted to have a meeting with me because I was also in touch with him, but I didn't have any time. I had some work and I was supposed to return to Turkey. So inshallah, a few months later, I'm planning to visit, Azad Kashmir. But I don't think that in the near future I can go to Indian occupied Kashmir because I already became very famous in Indian media as well. I don't think that they would let me, visit Indian occupied Kashmir because even they don't let any human rights activists visit, Indian occupied Kashmir. If India really trusts itself, if India says I'm the largest democracy, the people shouldn't have any problem, and India should let the members of United Nations visit, the members of Human Rights Council visit and see what's going on in Indian occupied Kashmir. But I don't think that, I'm going to be able to visit that part. So inshallah, in the future, the things are going to get better. And I get a chance to visit, Indian occupied Kashmir as well, because some people say, the most beautiful part in terms of natural beauties is Indian occupied Kashmir. So I heard about the valley, I heard about, the lake. So and I hope in the future I'll get the chance to visit, Kashmir, and I hope Kashmiri people are going to get united. They're going to get, the freedom that they deserve much because they made a lot of sacrifices. So many people, they lost maybe more than 100,000 people, so many shaheeds. So I hope in the future Kashmiri people are going to be given, the right of self-determination, because United Nations has already given a promise, but unfortunately now United Nations does not keep its promise. So I hope, in the future, Kashmiri people are going to have the chance to shape their own destiny.
Thank you. व्यूअर्स, हमारे साथ इस वक्त मौजूद थे तुर्की के प्रोफेसर, राइटर, जिन्होंने कश्मीर के हवाले से 5 नगमे, 5 जो है वो तराने लिखे, जो कि बहुत मशहूर हुए और मुख्तलिफ कंट्रीज़ के, यानी कि वर्ल्ड क्लास कंट्रीज़ के जो सिंगर्स हैं उनसे परफॉर्म भी करवाए गए। और आज हमारे साथ यहाँ पे मौजूद थे तुर्गय एवर्न, तुर्की से खसूसी तौर पे यहाँ पे आए हैं 5 फरवरी के हवाले से, यौम यकजहती कश्मीर सॉलिडारिटी के हवाले से यहाँ पे मौजूद हैं। इंशाल्लाह ताला हम जो है फिर हाजिर होंगे आपके साथ नई जो है वो शख्सियत को लेके। इजाज़त दीजिए मलका ज़मान को इटली से। अल्लाह हाफ़िज़।